I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello there, Brian Sanchez here, and I hope you're doing well in quarantine. This is Quarantine with the Stars, our daily show here on AfterBuzz TV, where we bring you interviews with some of Hollywood's best and brightest stars from right here in our home. I'm your host, Brian Sanchez, and I'm joined by a breakout star in Hollywood from Fox's Deputy. Please welcome Valeria Jauregui. Valeria Jauregui. I'm so sorry. I almost got it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna prep myself.
That's okay. It happens all the time. Thank you for
How
having
are you
me.
doing?
I'm good. I'm great. Just here in quarantine.
I am super excited to have you as well. I know it's been crazy. We were just talking about this before the camera roll, and it's a crazy time. So let's jump in and talk about how you're doing. How are you staying sane, and how are you keeping busy in quarantine?
Well, I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I think we live in an era where we forget that there's so much stuff to do like online, and I really appreciate like all the teachers and everything who are putting out like online classes and I mean, there's really just anything. You can find anything on YouTube. I've been doing like drawing classes. I've been learning guitar and piano. I've been, of course, doing school. But other than that, just finding creative ways to like stay busy and stay sane. And, some days I do have those days where I like can't find the motivation to do anything. And I think that's okay too. You know what I mean? Like it's okay to not be okay 100% of the time.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just doing as much as I can. Yeah. And what I feel like will keep me just doing things that I really enjoy. I think that's like the key to this, just doing things that you love and that will bring you happiness at the end of the day while being by yourself.
Absolutely. Well, how are you staying sharp as an actor? Are you doing anything for that front? Are you reading scripts? Are you watching TV? What are you doing there?
Of course. I think something I've always done and I always enjoy is doing like character analysis and always reading scripts, of course, just reading books in general too, and then doing like character analysis on that. I've also, oh my goodness, I got the master class for Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
that's like amazing. I've been having so much fun taking that. But there's also so much stuff on YouTube as well that you can find. And watching movies, I did this thing where I'm watching all of the best picture winners from the Oscars.
ooh, that is fun.
It is fun. It's a fun thing to do. And then as well as binge watching different director movies. I'm on Tarantino right now. I'm about to finish, and of course watching like Pulp Fiction and Django and all of those once again is awesome.
Nice. I should do that too. I've been trying to think of a way to kind of like organize the shows I want to watch, because I'm like, there's so much out there and I don't know where to start, right? So I love that.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming, but like once you schedule it out, it's definitely fun.
Perfect. I love that. Well, before we get into our project, let's talk about you as well. How did you actually get into acting?
Well, of course, I think I've always kind of been like an actor. Like I've always, when I was younger, pretending was like my favorite thing to do all day, just like playing pretend. And I would like get my brothers in trouble by crying, like fake crying to my parents and stuff. And then theater got me into like actual acting. I was always singing. I started with singing and then I did theater and then realized I loved acting even more. And then after that, I did a lot of theater and then fell into film and then realized I loved film. So I think it's just kind of been like using my go-to form of expression and then finding like an outlet for it.
Definitely. You mentioned your singing, which I absolutely love. I saw your Lennon Stella cover on IG, which was so fun. I'm obsessed with her right now. Like I'm listening to all her music. Seriously. So who are some of your musical inspirations?
Who are some of my musical or what?
Yes, who?
Oh my goodness. Well, of course, I have two older brothers. So I grew up listening to classic rock. So of course, like Led Zeppelin, like Jimi Hendrix, and all of those like amazing musical idols. And I'm also learning how to play the guitar. So I've been listening a lot to that. But as far as like songwriting goes, Lennon Stella, of course, I love her so much. I've been listening to a lot of like unknown, just indie artists. I think they're super cool as well. Eloise is like, oh my goodness, you should check her out. She's not very well known, but she's super cool. I love her music. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I love searching for new music and just finding like little hidden treasures. And so I do that all the time. And I enjoy all types of music, to be honest. Yeah.
I love that. Same here. Honestly, I like kind of the same thing too. Like there's so much music out there that I want to listen to. And I'm like trying to find those hidden gems and like look through Spotify. I'm like, what is fun here? Like
Right. There's so many talented people out there who are releasing music, and just listening to their music is really cool.
absolutely. All right. I love that so much. Now let's talk about your most recent project. So you were Maggie on Fox's Deputy, which was such a great show. So what were your thoughts when you got word that you landed this gig? I know it's like your first big gig out here in Hollywood. So how did you feel when that happened?
I was really excited. I was also a little bit nervous because I had a feeling that it was going to be like really like aristocratic or something, because I had only done low budget productions in Texas before that. And so booking like a Fox TV show, I was really nervous about what it was going to be like, and if are people going to be nice, and what's the cast going to be like. But honestly, it was I don't know if we got lucky, because everybody was just marvelous to work with. I mean, they were all like good-hearted, compassionate people. The set was so cool. Just the entire experience was really amazing. And booking the show, sure, I was nervous, but I think I was really, really excited.
For sure. You mentioned the incredible cast. There was Stephen Dorff and Yara Martinez. So do you have any fun stories from the set you can share with them or any of the other cast?
I have some funny stuff. The last scene that I shot with Yana, we shot it in the car. If she sees this, she's gonna be so mad at me for saying this. But okay, so when you shoot a scene in the car, it's either like a green screen, or you're actually in a car and you're driving and they put cameras on the outside of the car. And we went with the outside of the car situation. And so we were driving and we were leaving the set to go drive around and shoot our scene. And she like nearly hit one of the guys that were standing at the entrance of the set with like the big camera. Maybe she did. I don't remember, but I just remember us like cracking up about that for a good like 5 minutes. Just like, oh my goodness, you almost, yeah. But other than that,
So
there were
funny.
just little moments here and there all the time. Shooting with the horses was really fun. I got to learn horseback riding, and I think I had like 3 scenes with Stephen. Yeah, I shot 3 times on a horse with Stephen. And so that was always really fun. Yeah, just, I miss it. Yeah, for sure.
I love that. I'm sure she's a great driver, but I'm actually a terrible driver. So I'm like laughing at that situation. I'm like, that is something that I would totally do.
Accident. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That is so funny. I love that. Well, speaking of some of the great casts, who are your dream stars to work with? Like with your next steps, who do you want to work with in film or in shows? Like,
Course. Oh my goodness. There are so many incredible actresses and actors out there who I admire so much. I mean, of course, like I love Scarlett Johansson, Natalie Portman, Saoirse Ronan, Florence Pugh. Like I could just name actors and actresses all day. Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, like all of them. You know what I mean? So that would be like a dream. That's definitely something that's it seems like really, really big, but that would be amazing. And then as far as I love Caitlin Stasey, I worked with her on something 2 years ago, but it was like a smaller role. And so getting to work with her again would be really cool.
I love that. Well, I'm sure this was kind of disheartening for you, but what was going through your mind when you found out the show was not picked up for a second season?
Well, of course we were really like a little bit upset. I think the main reason that we were all kind of sad is realizing that we weren't going to see the cast again,
Mm-hmm.
and we weren't going to all get back together. I think that was really what we all kind of wanted. We all kind of wanted to see each other again and stick together. But we all sent each other really sweet messages. So, we filled the time with love and compassion for each other, which was really sweet. And I think everything happens for a reason at the end of the day. And I think getting to audition for other things is going to be really, really fun as well. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Like I said, I know it's kind of disheartening, but I absolutely think you're going to be doing so much more here in Hollywood. It's like it'll be such an exciting time for you when this all comes out. So what are some of your goals when this all ends? What do you want to do next?
I've been keeping myself busy by writing a lot of songs. I've been doing that. So maybe working on that and releasing like a little EP would be really cool.
Yes.
As well as booking something else. I turned 17 oh my goodness, like 3 weeks ago, and I'm graduating in 2 months. So I'm going to hit that age where it's not awkward anymore. And like, because of course actors have this age where they can't book anything that's their actual age because they hire like older people who can work adult hours. And so I'll finally be able to work as legally 18. So maybe that will change something. I'll finally be able to like play my age, which will be fun. So looking forward to that.
Definitely. That is so interesting you brought that up because I never thought about that. I was always wondering, I was like, why do they always cast someone so much older? But that makes a lot of sense that they can work till late hours of the night and everything like that.
Exactly.
So
And they don't have to hire a set teacher as well because they're still in school. So
interesting. I love that. Very interesting
yeah.
tip. Thank you so much. And before we go, is there anything else you'd like to shout out or promote?
I think just everybody stay safe and stay home, and we're all gonna get through this by sticking together, as well as, oh, you know what, I'm doing a launch for a new makeup campaign. It's called the Holy Mother Makeup Campaign. Everybody in the launch is a Latino, and so basically
Ooh.
it's the first time that a makeup launch, what's it called, showcases everybody's uniqueness by being Latina. So we have all sorts of skin colors, we have all sorts of body shapes, and really at the end of the day we all like celebrate our uniqueness. I've also been speaking Spanish for like the past, ever since we got quarantined. I'm not allowed to speak any English at home, and so like this is the first time I'm like back to English, so making that switch is like, oh, my brain is kind of speaking in Spanish right now. Yeah, for sure, go check that out. That's really really proud of that, and I think it's really cool that we're celebrating more of that, more of the Latinos.
Amazing. And where can people find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram, Valeria_Jauregui.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
It was.
We're gonna be like, how do you spell that?
If you want, you can spell it out for everybody.
Oh, that's okay. You can
Find her. Yes.
search it. Yeah, it's a very long name to spell. It's gonna be really awkward.
That is so funny. But it has been such an amazing time talking to you. I definitely can't wait to see all the things you're doing in Hollywood. This was such a great interview. I'm Brian Santos. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at the Brian Santos. It's been Quarantine with the Stars. Thank you so much for joining me again. Please stay safe, and we'll hope to see you all of the exciting things you have going on soon. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Take care, and we'll see you again.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.